Lane Kiffin, he'll land somewhere soon. Where does he fit in? I know he's getting a lucrative offer by LSU, and we've talked about LSU and the SEC schools having this type of the right fit for that region. But is Lane a good fit for LSU? And it seems like from what ESPN reported, Florida's out of the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes.
Yeah, I think, I don't know Lane personally. I knew his dad much better because we battled many years when he was the defense coordinator for Tampa. But Lane has done a heck of a job at Ole Miss. There's no denying that. And there's no reason to think that he would do the same for LSU. Um, he appears to be a very good recruiter and can generate plenty of NIL money and all the things that college football has, or college athletics today, the issues you face. He's dealt with that, to me, seemingly very well. So there's no reason to think that he wouldn't be successful wherever he goes. Um, but I'm probably like most people. I mean, whatever he's going to do it, and let's move on. And I'm sure the Ole Miss people are like, what's wrong with staying here? I mean, you're making great money. You've had tremendous success, and we're on the verge of the playoffs for the first time. Why not stay here? And I guess that's still an option. So it will be interesting to see where he lands if he decides to leave.
I just see the number LSU owes Brian Kelly, 54 million. You get fired and you're like, well, and we owe you 54 million. It seems kind of surreal now. You're going to bring in another coach and pay him probably just the same amount, if not more. But the money in college football has gone up from a degree. And I know this is an audible. I'm going to throw you really quickly. Is do you think if you were playing, you would have hopped around, knowing that there's NIL money? You're playing at Southern Miss, and you get offered a much better
Yeah.
deal somewhere else.
Well, I guess the best way to answer that question is, and I've had this conversation with so many people. They ask me about what about if it was like during your college 4 years, if NIL and transfer portal were in place just like it is today, what do you think would have happened with you? Me and you may not be having this conversation right now because it may have not played out. I may have gotten some upfront money after my first year as a starter and moved to a different school, but maybe the offense wasn't very compatible with me and how I played, and I ended up playing not as well. I made money. Keep in mind, I make money, but I didn't get drafted to play pro football. I got lost in the shuffle, and then you and I are not having this conversation, and I made maybe say $500,000, good money, but look what I made through my 20 years of pro football. The grass is not always greener. And I guess the best way, and this is what I tell people when I'm asked that same question, I'm glad that it was not in place when I played. I'm glad it played out just the way it played out. I had $130 in my checking account for 4 years at Southern Miss. I didn't have a car, so I didn't have to spend money. And I went from $130 in my checking account to